you've basically already been on tour. Did they change the rules on American Idol? It used to be like you had to have zero experience professionally.
There was a good, I don't know about a good many people, but there were, I know there was one guy that was actually under management, and that was, I think, actually on a label that was there, and a well-known label, actually, but I think, a lot of that stuff all plays into the fan base. Mm-hmm. That's how a lot of, there's a lot of logistics and stuff with the show that I don't understand, but
well, it's interesting.
It's been great though
because 1 year, it's almost probably 1 year ago today, we had Caleb Lee Hutchinson sitting right where you're sitting, telling the same exact story. He's kind of got a little fan base going, and he auditioned and didn't know what was going to happen. And I mean, there you go. Right. Fast forward a couple months, and he made it to number 2. So with that said, like, you have to make us a promise right now. Like, you owe us big time. Like, you're
already.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we want cell phone numbers. So when you hit it big, we get everything.
Oh man, yeah, y'all welcome to them.
You heard it. You said it.
What? Tell us about your audition in terms of, did you go out for it? Did they contact you? How long were you sleeping outside? All of that.
So, I had someone reach out to me about auditioning for the show, and I was playing a songwriter showcase in Nashville one night, and somebody reached out to me and highly recommended that I audition. Come to Atlanta and audition. So I talked to my girlfriend about it, and I was like, I'm not sure that I need to do this, or whatever, because I've always been about, grinding, paying the dues and stuff like that.
Making it on your own.
Right.
Yeah.
It's something internally in my mind, not just from a music standpoint, but like that's the way I've always.
Do you think American Idol is an easy way out then?
So
or an easy way in?
That's what I battled with that, because I was like, I don't want to be, instant fame or whatever, that type thing. But like
you're the only person that's ever said that. By the way.
What is wrong with you?
Well, like, it was one of them things that, like, I've been playing for almost 10 years, man, and it's like I respect that grind that that people do as musicians, and so I battled with that, for a little while, and I was like, what, I'm coming up on 10 years playing music, and anybody that's been following my music for any amount of time, like, will respect the fact that I'm going to do this. And honestly, when I go play gigs, everybody always brought it up anyway. They're like, hey, you should audition for American Idol, and I just kind of, I always kind of shrugged it off. And so, and another thing too, like, being on the show, like, literally the vocalists on there are phenomenal, man, like blowing the roof off the place.
Which vocalist?
Sean, man, Sean is one, like, can blow the roof off of the place. Like, I honestly felt, like, I'm like, man, I don't have that range like that. So I've always felt that way. But it's with the American Idol thing, I heard somebody say, it's not American Singer, it's American Idol. And they're looking for the whole package, and Sean and I have talked about this time and time again. Like, every contestant that was on there was so genuine, and like the people that made it through to rounds and stuff, were like absolutely genuine, and they were good people, and so that was really cool for me. But so like I said, I did battle with the idea of even auditioning, and I sort of went into it with no expectations, and it just. Like, I've been so blessed. I mean, a lot of God things happening this year. It's been a roller coaster year for me, and I've lost 2 people that's been very special to me. Matter of fact, both in which are the reason why I'm playing music. My uncle, he was the one that really got me started playing guitar, and that's another thing too. So I always, like, I played guitar from the time I was 9 years old. Like, I was more so a guitar player, and then I just so happened to start singing. And at age 14, So my uncle used to take me to guitar lessons and stuff. Like I'd literally get off the school bus and we'd go to
That's cool.
South Carolina, you know, and he'd take me to lessons every week. And
How's your Luke Bryan impersonation? Because, Caleb Lee Hutchinson, he could nail it.
Yeah,
You sound like you got a little
voice,
bit inside of you, yeah. You got one?
I don't.
All right.
I mean, all you have to do is say, "Hi, this is Luke Bryan."
Hot and fresh and loving every day.
Just give it a
Oh,
try.
man.
Or what about a Lionel impersonation?
That one's hard, right?
All night long.
That's not bad.
That's nice. Nice.
Oh my God. But yeah, but it's been an experience, and I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. After being around the cast, and being around the people that are like running that show, I gained a total new respect for the show.
You don't view it as like an easy way in or a sellout anymore?
I do not.
That's cool.
I mean, I don't, because the talent's real on the show, and that's the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
And I've listened to a lot of podcasts and stuff, and it's like on music business and stuff like that. And it's one of them things. Like I listened to this guy, Rick Barger, and he was talking about the TV shows, and I think he managed maybe Trent Harmon or something, who was another Idol contestant. And he was saying, it's up to you as the contestant to capitalize, and just, basically it's up to you how far you take your career with the opportunity. So, and that's been one of my things, it's like, man, I've really got a lot of time. I've got a lot of time invested. I've got a lot of money invested in this stuff, so it's like I've been wanting to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to, I ain't got to make all the money back, man, but just see a little bit, see a little bit would be nice, so I can afford to keep doing more music, because at the end of the day, I love playing music, and that's what it's all about. I'm going to be putting new music out. I'm always going to be playing music. There was a period that I went through in high school that I didn't hardly play for, I don't know, maybe 6 months. I was true loving, and I kind of got away from my music, and like I made a promise then. I was like, that'll never happen again. And it's always been a steady grind for me, man. So.
You talked about your uncle. Is there anything that you have that is a part of him that you will have on stage with you to kind of carry you through this? Besides your talent, a memento or something that,
Well, actually, that's funny you bring that up, because a song that I just recently released that I actually got to do on the show there's a lyric in there about my Uncle Norman. So, and talking about Elberton, Georgia being the granite capital of the world, and being on that South Carolina line, so that was really cool for me. I got to do a song, I'm not sure that I actually got to the part of the song where I mentioned my Uncle Norman, but that you can search that song, and it's
Uncle Norman seems like
something.
he has a lot of riding lawnmowers. I don't know why. When I hear the words Uncle Norman, I'm like, he's got minimum 3.
That's great. To be honest with you, Norman did not have his own lawnmower. He borrowed my granddad's, who lived up the road from him, and it never failed. It was like he hit the biggest rock he could hit in the yard every time he used my granddad's lawnmower.
So it's always
Granite
either
capital
or.
of the
Yeah.
world,
That's it.
right?
He would hit
granite.
a rock, and my granddad would be so mad because he'd have to sharpen the blades on the mower and stuff. And I honestly think sometimes that Norman done it just to make him mad, to get an arouser out of him. But yeah, man. So like I say, that song's up, and it's titled Something. You can search it online, and I'm thinking maybe we're gonna do a video here soon. For it.
Cool.
So, and I would love, and another thing too, like, he actually left me his little property, and it in Elberton. So, it wouldn't really mean nothing to nobody else, because we're talking like 1.5 acres,
Right.
and
Rocks
it had
everywhere.
rocks everywhere, and it had a single wide trailer on it, and like I said, it wasn't worth a lot to anybody else, but I'd never sell the piece of land. I mean, just because it's family right there in that area. I grew up on Lake Russell, and the road that I grew up on is like a big peninsula to the lake. So my mom lives right across from this piece of land that I'm talking about, and then it's Uncle Norman's, and then my granddad lives right next door. So real tight family, man.
If you win American Idol, is it lawnmowers for everybody, or just your granddad?
That's one thing. If I win American Idol, like I want to take care of the people that's always taking care of me, and from a financial standpoint, man, I mean, it's always been hard work, and I think that's kind of where my mind, comes in with it. I've always been about doing stuff on my own, like, because everybody in my family has just always worked hard, and if me working hard musically means that's what I've got to do to one day take care of my family, that's what I'm gonna do.
Now, you said in addition to your family, you just wanted to take care of the people that take care of you. And getting back to Drex's point from earlier, would we now, having spent this time with you, be considered one of those people?
Most definitely.
Thank you.
Most definitely.
Thank you. I want a John Deere.
Oh my gosh.
That would
great.
be something, man, if you pulled up to the radio station with a John Deere. I have about maybe 10 square feet of property that I would mow. I'd have my riding mower out there. Oh, man.
Mow in a circle.
That is great.
Well, God bless, man. Good luck on this journey, and we do want to get both of your cell phone numbers and be able to keep in touch with you.
When do we get to
This
see you
guy
guys
back
audition?
here, I'm gonna tell you right now, he showed me up downstairs, man. We had to sing a little something, and I still got my morning voice this time of the morning, and Sean just sings like an angel, man. Like he hit a note down there, and it just resonates through the whole place downstairs.
beautiful.
And then I get up there and sing, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Not to put you on the spot, but could we hear it?
Sean, you
By
got to,
chance,
man.
just do
got to.
whatever. Both of you, whatever you sang down there would be great.
All right,
Hop on there.
Mine was absolutely terrible because I don't hardly ever play without my guitar.
Uh-huh.
So I told Sean, I was like, Sean, give me a D sharp. And then I started like in Q sharp or something because it sounded terrible.
Did you guys harmonize? Did you sing together, or
No,
did you?
we just
No,
did
you sang
something separate.
separately. All right. Well,
I didn't
whoever
mean to
wants
put
to,
him on
if he
the
wants to come up, go ahead.
Oh man, darn! I seriously need. Does anybody got? Let's see. Hold on a minute. We're fixing to do. I've got a guitar. This app called Guitar Tuner, and so I'll know the key. Give me just 1 second. Sean, you want to kick it off while I'm getting this lined up?
Yeah. Why don't we have that, and then you can figure out.
So I'm gonna give you a piece of my audition song that I sang for my audition in Idaho. Just a little piece. Something that you told me stayed in my head all night long. You wanted me to love you when you said, softly reach out and touch me. My love is in your hands.
Woo!
Full
like
body
dude.
goosebump right now.
It's like you transform. Where did that come from?
I know,
Because you're
you're
like
so
this kind of
soft-spoken.
shy and meek kid, and then like a switch went off.
You have to have a switch.
Wow.
All right, and now for something not quite as impressive. I'm just kidding.
I'm telling you, I'm leaving.
That's why there's multiple genres of music,
That's
right?
right.
Some people might have thought that Sean sucked. Maybe,
That was amazing, man. So I sang a song downstairs that I thought was morning voice worthy. So which means it's low in range.
Yeah,
for me.
I like that.
I don't get my good voice till after lunch. So this is an old Alan Jackson tune.
Oh, I love Alan Jackson.
And this is one that I just like. And the name of it's Blues Man. Well, I'm just a singer, a natural born guitar ringer. I'm kind of an old clinger, the sad old songs. I'm not a walk behind her. I'm a new note finder. But my name's a reminder of a blues man that's already gone.
Woo.
I love that, dude.
Love Alan Jackson
What a
too,
nice
man.
sound to your voice. Beautiful.
Thanks, man. Like I said, that's morning
That's
voice.
great. You
That
guys
was-
were great. Yeah, it's
That's
fantastic.
I don't know what
Well-
I've done downstairs. It was, man, it was like 5 octaves higher.
Well, thanks, guys, for coming in. That was great.